Did you know? Scientists found that your brain can hold more words than Wikipedia. But here's the question. If your brain is that powerful, why don't most people read more books? Stick around, because the answer is not what you think. And in the middle of this video, I'll share the real secret to becoming a fast and unstoppable reader, even if you hate reading or think you have no time. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Your brain likes stories, but hates big goals. Here's something crazy. The average person spends 3 hours a day watching Netflix. That's enough time to read a book as long as War and Peace, 3 times a month. But most people say, I don't have time to read. Here's the truth. It's not about time. It's about how your mind works. When we try to read more, we set big goals. We clear our weekends. We buy a bunch of books. And then we stop. Life gets busy, we lose motivation, and the books just sit there. Why? Because your brain doesn't like pressure. It likes simple, small wins. So instead of trying to read faster or harder, what if we made reading automatic? Like brushing your teeth or tying your shoes. It starts by building a reading system that makes skipping reading feel weird. Chapter 2. The 30-page secret and why it works like magic. Let me show you a trick called the 30-page solution. Most books are about 240 pages long. If you read just 30 pages a day, you'll finish a book every 8 days. But the secret isn't just in the math. It's in the way your brain feels. Trying to read a whole book feels hard. But 30 pages? That's like one slice of pizza instead of the whole box. It feels small, easy, inevitable. And guess what? You don't need to read all 30 pages at once. Try this. Read 10 pages in the morning with breakfast. Read 5 pages at lunch. Read 15 pages before bed. Boom! You've read a whole book in 1 week. Every time you hit 30 pages, your brain goes, wow, I did it again. That builds proof. And soon, your brain believes, I'm a real reader. Chapter 3. Reading triggers. How to trick your brain. Want to make reading super easy? Use reading triggers. These are little habits that remind your brain, hey, it's reading time. Here's how. Keep your book next to your coffee mug or toothbrush. Put one on your pillow or by your lunchbox. Make reading part of something you already do every day. You're not trying to find new time. You're connecting reading to time you already have. This works because your environment controls your habits more than your brain does. When your book is easy to grab and your phone is harder to reach, your brain picks the easier path, and that's reading. Remember, we're not becoming faster readers. We're becoming inevitable readers. Chapter 4. Time Alchemy. Turning boring moments into book time. Here's another cool trick. Use time alchemy. Most people waste a lot of time waiting at the bus stop in line during ads. But what if those little waiting moments became reading gold? We call them transition moments, the small spaces between big activities. When you link a book to those moments, you build reading bridges through your day. You're not making time. You're transforming the time you already have. Even traffic becomes useful when you have an audiobook. Books aren't just something you make time for. They become part of your world, like your favorite shoes or playlist. That's time alchemy, turning normal moments into reading magic. Chapter 5. The power of reading more than one book. Most people think, I can only read one book at a time. But that's actually wrong. Your brain already follows multiple TV shows, a cartoon, a game show, maybe a documentary. You can handle different books the same way. Why? Because different books match different moods. Read something funny when you're tired. Read something deep when you feel curious. Read a true story when you want inspiration. That way, you always have the right book for how you feel. And here's the bonus. When you read different books, your brain starts making connections between them. One idea helps explain another. It's called cross-pollination, and it helps you remember more without even trying. Chapter 6. From books to real life. How to make it stick. Now let's talk about turning reading into real-life growth. Reading is fun, but it's even more powerful when it leads to action. So here's the big question. What's one small thing you could try from the book you're reading today? If a book talks about being kinder, try saying something nice to a classmate. If it teaches a new habit, try it before the day ends. Each small action is like planting a seed. You test ideas. You learn what works. You build confidence. And the more you try, the more you remember. The more you remember, the more you grow. That's how reading becomes your secret weapon for success. Not just in school, but in life. You're not just reading for fun. You're building momentum. Final message, call to action. So now you know, reading isn't about speed or willpower. It's about building the right system, setting up your environment, and taking small steps every day. Don't wait until you feel like it. Make reading something that just happens, like brushing your teeth. And if you want to join the reading revolution, don't forget to subscribe to Inspire Within. We're building stronger minds, one page at a time. Back into Next Morning Right, like, comment, and share this with a friend who needs to start reading more. See you in the next video.